should have destroyed Carthage, every man, woman, and child, many years ago.
Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Total War Rome 2 the Julia campaign. As we left off in the last session, we finally dispatched of the Helvetii faction. Our general here, Sonatius Flavus, took control of Legio Sanguine because Scipio had a wee injury to deal with, and he took the army and in a one swoop eradicated the Helvetii. More about that in a moment. So currently, as we left off, we had the Nori about to encroach upon us. They are marching very, very close to Patavium. They also have a enemy war maiden. They have a war maiden here, and so this needs to be dealt with pretty swiftly. And then we shall march upon their final land and dispatch of it. So that's the plan in the short term for this situation. And then we move down south. Bassus is heading Legio Patria, which is about to be fully recruited, and then that army will soon head south. I don't know why the game is really laggy today. Pressing down is not responding very well. It's going to head down south, and we're going to start looking at waging war and unifying the province of Magna Graecia. So that's going to involve taking care of Syracuse and of course starting this war eventually with Carthage. But before that happens, we need to achieve a few things. We need some naval support, because if we wage war with Carthage and they start sending ships towards us, we cannot afford to be caught with our pants down, and we certainly cannot afford to lose Neapolis by blockade or worse, because then our trade will be severely crippled. So we need to ensure that we have our borders protected in the sea. So we need to strengthen our naval. So they're off to do that over at Adminium. We also need a support legion. Waging war with one legion and then having them behind to maintain public order, etc. It's slow, steady work, and heading into enemy lands with just one is an unnecessary risk that we don't have to take. We can afford to recruit a 4th legion, and therefore a 4th legion will be recruited. When that legion is ready to go, they will head together and start waging war to unify the province of Magna Graecia, and then also Corsica and Sardinia. So that's going to occur not immediately, but preparations are now underway to get that in the pipeline. So that is the two short-term plans in terms of our expansion that we need to sort out. Quickly looking then at the objective screen, I haven't looked at this for a while, we see that we have an objective to raise an army at Patavium. Now I'm not going to raise an army at Patavium, although we do need to address the issue of these marching very close to it. Instead, we're going to take this army out and stick it in here.
Set up the watch.
This is Papyrus Cursor heading the Dagger of Rome for the moment.
That's your command.
So I don't think that will achieve the objective that we seek, but it is preparation for the incoming attack. We have then the objectives for the Chapter 2. Maintaining 60 units in total. We currently have 55, and we're going to be recruiting a 4th legion, so this will automatically be achieved very shortly. And we will achieve a nice 5,000 denarii bonus for achieving it. So this is going to be lovely. You can see that they want us to hold Corsica and Sardinia, the entire province, which should occur once we wage war with Carthage. Again, this is going to be happening not immediately, but we will be building towards that, so that should be achieved as well. Maintain 10 naval units. We are going to be taking our naval units across and recruiting more boats into them, so that will be automatically achieved for a nice 2,000 denarii bonus there. And we've researched that, and this one, they want us also to start expanding this way into either Illyria, Macedonia or Hellas. Now, this one I'm not going to achieve. I'm going to ignore that for now. We have enough on our plate at the moment without starting to spread too thinly our troops. So a lot of these are naturally going to be occurred as a result of preparing for the army with Carthage, which is actually preparing for the war with Carthage rather, which is actually pretty handy. So that's a little bit about the objectives. And one last thing before we start the session proper, bit of political intrigue. We know that Scipio was wounded as a result of an attempt assassination on his life. which was sanctioned by Bassus, of course, and he is back in action. He's 52, but he's still got that hunger for war, and he's using his political sway in the Senate to plead with the senators that he is needing to lead an army. It's his rightful place. Now, his former army, the Legio Sanguine, he would ideally like to be put in charge of this once again. And although that he has political influence and political sway, he does not have the entirety of the Senate. There are still another 64% that do not belong to his house, and therefore he can't have it all his own way. The senators are happy with the actions of Sornatius Flavus and the fact that he acted with swift arm in dispatching of the Helvetii, and therefore he has earned his right to keep in control of the Legio Sanguine. So congratulations to you, Sornatius. Very good indeed. However, Papyrus Cursor, on the other hand, and the Dagger of Rome, hasn't achieved anything notable. The assault on Medellin was a farce, to say the least, and even though Scipio was present and didn't do anything, he's twisting it that he didn't do anything because Papyrus Cursor did not listen to his advice. He informed Papyrus Cursor that his plan to assault the city at 3 points on the wall was spreading his troops too thin, and that they would be overwhelmed at the top. He did not listen, and therefore he did not participate in the battle. He did not want to be part of the charade that was to ensue, and therefore, believe it or not, they listened to Mr. Scipio once again, and Papyrus Cursor will be replaced, but not quite yet. His final swan song will be dealing with this, and once this is complete and we have a bit more security in the area, he will be replaced by Scipio, who will take control of the Dagger of Rome, and before he dies will hopefully capture Noria for the good of Rome. Speaking of the dagger, we need to give it a tradition. So we have a physician here. Is this? No, this is an agent. I do apologise. This is the agent that we have in the ranks here. I think it's a dignitary. So I'm not very good with dignitaries. Zeal, that's this. The extra zeal, assassination for provocation, plus 10% chance, cultural propaganda, cultural conversion. That's pretty nice. We'll go for that one. For now. Okay, so that's him sorted. So, building work. In this province, I'm happy with the building work. Nothing to address this turn. In this province, we do have a training field that is now ready to upgrade, and we're going to be getting the practice castrum, which gives us extra experience for heavy infantry, plus 5% melee infantry defense, and unit morale as well. Not this turn, we'll wait till the next turn until we've got a bit more cash, but that will be built in the next turn. Everything else in here is perfectly fine. We do have 23 food, which means we are slightly above our goal of 20, which means in Brundisium now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into that military wharf that I want to build so that we can recruit the mighty ships that we might need for the upcoming war with Carthage. So that's going to happen as well in the next turn. So just a couple of things to change up there, but apart from that everything is fine. So ships are moving in the end of the turn. He is doing that, so let's start recruiting the 4th Legion. We have ourselves another family member here, Sextus Sentius Cursor, who came to us an adoption into the family not so long ago. He's 34, he has a pet eagle, and he's blessed by the gods apparently, so we'll see if he's going to make a difference. Let's see if we can do this. So raise a force. Where is he? Where is the fella? Sextus Sentius Cursor. That's the one. Put him on horseback.
Commander.
And there he is. This turn we do have some cash to spend, so I'll try and recruit the cheapest units first,
Your command.
which will be the Velites.
Come, fight for Rome.
Ah, right, we can't recruit them this turn because of the fact that Rome is already, or the province is already producing troops for this army, so we'll finish the turn there and then we'll start recruiting in the next one. Take him out and plonk him down here somewhere ready to strike. Okay, so that's the army movements there.
We hunger for battle.
Bear with me a moment, I might just have to pause this. I don't think the sound is working. I think it might be. I'll chance it. I'll chance it. I'm hoping this is actually working. I'm looking at my second screen and the sound recorder isn't... The timer isn't clicking up at all. Okay, I'll run with it. I'll go with the flow. Okay, so this needs dealing with. This needs dealing with now.
Ready for battle.
But he can't reach. So we'll have to sit in here and see what he does and take it from there.
My skills are
She can move a little bit further into enemy lands, but she's not going to do that. What she's going to do is she's going to actually poison the army to weaken them further. Oh, he could even poison their general. Poison their general and we strike next turn. Would that work? They're already battered and bruised and they're already in enemy land, so they can't replenish, so I don't think we need to weaken their army any further. So I think, yeah, we'll try to take down their general.
Their life is yours.
Poisoning Prowler strikes again. The enemy is wounded and therefore out of action. So on the next turn we can strike and they will be generalless. Oh, I like it. Poisoning Prowler strikes again. Right, as far as I'm concerned, I think we're pretty much done then. He can't move from here because he's currently quelling the populace. -6 public order per turn. Here we're at 0, we're sort of remaining as it is. Right,
One
we
sacrifice is needed on the altar of our goodwill. I speak of gold, of course.
Non-aggression pact between me and Macedon. Macedon are friends with a lot of people. I mean, I'm miles away from them. I don't plan to attack them anytime soon, and I'm sure that they were not going to attack me. So this is a mutual beneficial sort of thing, I imagine. So we go for it. They want paying for the privilege. I'm not that desperate, mate. Fine. Rome reluctant to pay upon request. We only pay when we feel it is worth our time and effort. We do not pay because you
Bound by
ask.
treaty, our lands would be as trireme and sail, indivisible, strong, powerful.
So these
What
guys
say
are all
you?
in cahoots with each other by the looks of it. All these clans like each other. I don't know if they've actually got any alliances. They have a few alliances here and there with each other. They're all intertwined, so it's like a situation up here. If we waged war with one of these, we'd end up facing the full backlash of all of them. So being non-aggressive with some of them, showing our goodwill, is beneficial for now to keep them off our backs. So we'll go for this one. And a
All I
defensive
ask is a
alliance,
treaty.
not quite. The aggression pact is fine. Having to then swear defensive alliances out,
to offer you this
too
gift
much.
of gold, if you will take it.
Wow. Wow. It looks as if the Nori are seeing the error of their ways. They want a peace treaty, and they are offering us 3,300 denarii as well. They are obviously desperate for Rome not to crush them like bugs. Unfortunately, we don't need the money. We could do with the land. So, no, don't think so. And of course, accepting this but still waging war against them anyway would lead to bad traits such as backstabbing and sort of things. I would imagine. You know, we don't want to be seen as people that aren't of our word. So no, we won't accept this. We're going to launch an attack and we're going to crush you. I hope. A true sign that they are pooping their pants. Rhodos, no.
Retreat.
Defensive alliances. Oh no. Oh no. I think Scipio was taking his revenge. No. No! Oh my god, what's happened? What's happened? Tell me, tell me. I could click the clock. I could click the tick right now, but I'm just. Oh, the dagger of Rome. Who was the head of the dagger? It was Papyrus Cursor. The Scipio had Papyrus Cursor bumped off so that he could take over the dagger now? No, surely not. Surely not. Will we ever know what happened to Papyrus Cursor? Natural causes. Natural causes. An enemy agent has failed in the subversion of one of your settlements. They've tried to rally the slaves, but they've failed. They went completely unnoticed and unhindered. Then why tell me about it? If they went unnoticed, I shouldn't be made aware of it, should I? That would work out better. But now I do know about it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Where are they taking their men? I have undefended lands here. They could sail down pretty much unimpeded